every time, right? Okay, so now it's recording. Okay, so you're in the right place. The process is the same. It's just in your mind is product X, whatever it is your product is. And I'm just using these examples for service providers because it's serving the purpose of showing you guys how to do things, giving you some products you can promote on your own or use for your own business as well. So that's what I'm trying to do there. So if you weren't here, in the chat are the links um, to last week's replay of this call, of the workshop. This workshop, the videos are also in the knowledge-based blog posts that are on there, which are the links in that are also here in the, I called it the client management series. So part 1 was client intake, part 2, now that you know what they need, now you can figure out your pricing. And now we're going to roll into a proposal, right? So you're going to give a proposal, and then part 4 next week will be how to wow your client with your deliverables. So, you know, it's like they need to know clients will walk away and you're doing the best work ever and delivering for them. But if out of sight, out of mind can be really bad, and you want to make sure you're communicating all the goodness that you're doing for them to them regularly. So that's what next week is about. But so let's roll into this. Does anybody else right off the bat, is anybody stuck on anything? Need any immediate help? Doing okay? Okay, cool. All right. Let me share my screen.
Sorry I'm late, y'all.
Demerits off for you.
I know, right? If it helps with my detention, I was working on my new membership page. So
I'll allow it.
yeah. After this, or after if it's just us homegirls here, or homeboys today, I have a, hopefully not a giant issue, but could be a giant issue.
Do you want to do that first?
No, 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 not if you're in the middle of doing something. Go ahead.
No, I haven't started yet, and I don't like the sound of giant issue. What do you need help with?
Well, I can't, I've created an image and it's cutting the image off and there's no way for me to fix it.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
I don't want to I don't want to just come in here late and then like run over
April,
the.
that sounds like the same problem I was having on Friday. And so I went over and recreated it in Canva and locked it and then uploaded it and then it fixed it.
Ugh.
So basically, yeah, you want to show us April because basically the image she was using was not the same proportions as what it was expecting. So it was being overly helpful and zooming in to make it fit, which made edges of her photo run off the edge of the frame. So what she did instead was recreated it so it would fit exactly.
But I used the AI generator inside a Pagewheel. It
Okay.
we
Okay.
shouldn't have to like backdoor something like that.
Okay. All right. If that's what you're using, then let me run through the demo and then
Yeah,
you
go ahead.
work
No, no,
on
no, go
that.
ahead.
Yeah, we can work on that because it might be part of some of the image glitches that are going on.
Yeah, I have got to get these memberships nailed down. I've been playing with this for I don't
Yeah.
know how long, and I just need, because again, I still had that same issue because I originally used Cynthia's. She shared her something into my something, and anyway, I just started all over this morning. So
Okay. Yeah. So we'll do that last. That way, if people, you know, out of respect for people's time, we can do this demo. They can have
exactly,
this stuff
yes,
and
I'm
then,
sorry, I
yeah.
don't want to
No,
run in
that's
here. I was
cool.
just so
No,
frustrated.
no, if you're cool, but yeah, I know you've been working on that for a while. And guys, and for everyone, it's like, please ask for help if you're stuck, especially if it's a technical issue. Um, okay, so in the chat is the links to the things we've covered up to this point, the client intake, the pricing like a pro, and then we're going to roll into the next thing you would do is now you know all the stuff and what you're going to do, and you're going to provide them with a proposal. So, so I have an example proposal here. It's a Google Doc, and say I don't know, it's like that. I want to sell this to business service providers. So in Pagewheel, this is my dashboard. I'm going to start with go to the product builder. And in the product builder, oh, yay, That's a great way to start it off. I'm refreshing the browser. That usually fixes that. That we had it fixed last week. We found the bug. We're done, right? Okay. So in the product builder, you can start with the page-by-page product builder is what Nikki and I were just talking about, where there are ready-made pages that will AI assist the content for you. So you can go in there. We have tons of ready-to-go products in a library that you can choose from, and you can mix and match them. And then we have upload your PDF. And we've done the other ones before. So this time I'm just going to roll with upload my PDF. And so I need to download it in order to upload it. So I'm going to download a PDF from my Google Doc. And I'm going to upload it here. And it's definitely mine. I didn't steal it from anybody. And once I put it in here, I can't edit the text. So if I find some typo or something, I'm going to have to fix it in my sheet and then re-upload the page here and republish my product. You can't edit a PDF once it's in here. So be mindful of that. And now that it's in there, we're going to say looks great next. I want to brand it. And we have a bunch of, so branding, the base colors are the text colors, your accent colors. We have a bunch of ready-made palettes in there, or you can add your own. And you just select each color block and then put your hex code in there. And we suggest that your predominant color be your second one. I wouldn't use black, even though that was on there. We'll pick a different palette for this. I don't have one ready to go for you guys this time. I was trying to use a different popular palette each time. I was not ready. So, and here is a sample page that just to show you how the colors are being applied. It doesn't mean this page is going to be in your product. And then you can pick your fonts and press on. And the idea behind this, it's like there's not a lot here. It's like we want to keep this decision-making time short. The point is to get you all the way to launched and selling your product as quickly as possible. So you want to be in that mindset of, oh, I don't want to agonize over my decisions. I want to be like, yep, good, yep, good, yep, yep, yep. It needs to be my colors, fix that, and move on. So looks good next. Now here, so in this case, I did not have a ready-made cover for my PDF. You may have a cover on a PDF if you have a previous product. But because I uploaded it, it automatically went for no cover. I can uncheck this, and then I can cruise through our library of covers here to decide what I want to do, which one I want to do. I'm going to pick one with a lot of colors on it. Yay. And then the product mockup, this is what's going to appear on your sales page. So if you want a tablet or a clipboard or a book, depending on whatever your product is, you pick what you like and say, looks good. Oh, hold on, I skipped through the subtitle. So it grabbed, this was the name of the file. And if I want a subtitle based on the title here, it's like, well, first of all, if I have some weird XYZ file name, I can fix it. Here's the title. And then second of all, I can have it help me come up with some good subtitles, crafting a winning digital marketing proposal. Let's see. Essentially, well, we're going to go with the first one. Okay. And now it's adding it to my cover automatically. There we go. Now we're going to say looks good next. And here, I just want to point out, no matter where you start, whether you upload a PDF like I did, or you go to our library, you want an AI-assisted page, once you're here in the product editor, you can add more of anything. So regardless of where you start, you can still add more of anything. And we always recommend that you add and have your About Me page be #1. And you can find that over in, if you're going to add a page, we have About Me pages over here. And you can pick a layout that you like. Some of them have QR code capability, which is super cool. And I'm not going to add one right now. I just want you to know those exist. And then once you've done that, added your About Me page, edited it with all your information, put some links on there to where people can find you, whether it's your website or social media or whatever. You can use this heart to save the page. And then when you're creating more products later, you can click on the saved pages list to add it back. So you don't have to keep re-editing it. It'll just save for you. Now you can duplicate pages. You can delete pages. This is especially if you're pulling them from the library. Sometimes you like some of the pages and you want some but not the others. So you can manage that however you want. Duplicating pages. Here in the grid view, you can move them around. If you want to reorder them, I am not doing any of that now because for the sake of time, but you do all that until you're happy with what your product looks like, and then you say, looks good next. And here's your last chance before you publish. I say last chance, but honestly, you can always go back and edit anything. So just note that once you publish this, you can still go back and fix things with it. If you do, you have to go all the way through here and republish it for the changes you make in the editor to go back to get published on your live product. The URL will be the same. So if you put it all out in the world, those links are still good. But another pro tip, this is a pretty cool little animation you can screen record for your social media if you want. You click on here and just you cycle through the pages. My computer's struggling more than usual today, so it's a little glitchy. But that's kind of fun. Make sure everything's how you want it. And then you say approved. And now it's building your final PDF. Now, if you're sharing it via email or into a group or something like that, all you need now is this download now link. So you can click on that. And when you share the product link, this is how your customers or your audience are going to see it. They're going to get this page, and then they'll be able to download it. So that's what the PDF link gets them. However, we're going to go, but wait, there's more. We're going to go on and create the website for it. And it carries over the color palette I selected, all the branding stuff. It's bringing over the title of the product because it is automatically generating the sales page copy based on the name of the product. So be aware of that. If you have a super fancy, cutesy, or jargony kind of title, it might not get the best sales copy, and you might want to go back in here and do something a little more in plain language and then hit the refresh on the AI and it'll rewrite it for you. So just a tip if it doesn't come out like you want. Now you can click on it, the text in any of these sections and edit colors, edit the text. Now we created this initial sales page according to marketing principles to be the right things in the right order, how you need them. So there's no need to add sections or delete sections or do anything like that. This is a really good sales page as is. But if you want to change things or add sections, if you want to go long form or you have a more specific use that you want for your audience, make it more custom, you can click this plus over here and be aware we have lots of other sections. If you want to add a video sales letter or welcome to the top of your sales page, we have photo sections. You got to toggle this to get the video sections, and other things you can add to your sales page are available to you. And otherwise, like I said, the editor tab for the section, you can add links to text and things like that. I don't recommend that on a sales page. Your product is already automatically linked to the button and everything. You don't want to have your user to have to make any decisions beyond do they want the thing or don't they? You don't want to give them choices. The more choices they have, the less likely they are to choose anything and they'll just go away. So with the sales page, you always want to read it out loud and make sure it sounds like you. Or better yet, in the sections where, it's like, sounds like your customer avatar, you want to be like you're in their head and this is the words that they use, especially when we're talking about what are the kind of problems that or obstacles they perceive and how this is going to help solve that problem. So you want to read through the sales page. If so, this automatically put in from the account settings my picture. I definitely want, I probably am going to copy paste my little bio from my about page over here because it's trying to get creative. Or I might integrate some of this that's specific to the product and my experience. It just depends. But read through that, make sure you're happy with it. And then down here is the opt-in page or the opt-in section. And you don't have to ask for a phone number. Some people like it, some people don't. You can use little eyeballs to hide what you don't want. And then there's an FAQ. You can edit everything by clicking on the text. And it defaulted to free as a lead magnet, but you just click up here to make the price whatever it is you want to make the price. When your sales page is to your satisfaction, you click looks good next. Now we're on the delivery page. So here in the delivery page, there's a lot of different ways you can use this, which is kind of cool. First of all, I want to point out there are two sections here with buttons. This one that says get the product today, that's already linked to the product. The user, when they click on that, they'll get that PDF page. It's already magically connected. The second section, this button is not connected to anything. We really believe in building your business around relationships and community. So we have this section in here, but you can change this text to anything you want. You can connect this, add a link to this button to anything you want. Or if you're not sure and you might want to do that later, you can click the eyeball here and just hide it rather than delete it. You can do anything you want with that. One thing I like to encourage people to do is especially if you didn't do a video sales letter on your sales page, then do one on the delivery page. Add a video, congratulate them on their excellent decision, remind them what it is that they're getting and what it's going to do for them, and encourage them to actually use it. That's what I would add, is a video there. Now you can also use the delivery page to deliver mini courses. If you're you can host up to, or you can add up to 12 videos on the delivery page. So you can make this a mini course page as a delivery. Or let's just say, we want to just give people different formats of the same thing just to add a little value. So in this case, like, okay, this is a Google Doc, I made it a PDF, but actually this is a product that's intended to be editable, right? And so maybe it's better if I also give them a share link, right? And so I gotta make it available to people. And then I copy the link. And so I can add another section in here. So I've got the get it now, but maybe I want to make it a little, let's see, bonus. We'll add a section. Let's look at headlines and buttons. What do those look like? So what did I just do? You are alone, join our community. Wow. Okay, I just made it super confusing. Let me put that somewhere else. Okay, so here's the thing. You can click on here and you can move these sections too. So let's say I want to move this up here and say, I'm going to take this text out. Just for the sake of keeping it quick. I'm going to say, copy the Google Doc version here. And then I'm just going to highlight this text on the button, click on the link there, add my share link. And that way, so now I'm delivering it two different ways. I'm giving them a PDF version and I'm linking to a shared document. So that just to show you, there's lots of different ways you can deliver things. Again, always read it out loud. Make sure it's the way you want it. Then you click looks good next. This is the meta picture. This is if you're sharing it, this is what the image is going to look like. And you can cycle through. There's a couple different choices. If you want to put a different call to action or text in here, all this text is editable. If you're using Meta, Google, or Pinterest analytics pixels, you can put them here. If you're using something else, just contact our customer service and they can help you with that individually. And then say, looks good, next. And here is the delivery email, same thing. I'm looking at this going, wow, holy wall of text. This could look better. So I'm going to print this handout and then I'm going to say, or copy the Google Doc. And I'm going to add that text. I like to give, when I'm delivering stuff to people, I like to deliver it as many times in as many ways as I can, because inevitably somebody can't find it, right? Like,
I've been on both sides of that. I'm the one sometimes that says, where's the so and so? And then I do the same thing. I just give it to them 52 times because I need it to.
yep. Yep. Okay. And then this is just, so this is another link for it. And I just want to point out, you can also use your footer of your signature block to say, use a link to like, hey, if you like this, I have more over here, and put a different, I wouldn't put multiple links in here, but if you have, so like this is third part in a series, I could put, hey, if you missed part 1 and 2, here's the links to them. And then after I do part 4, come back and edit all of them. So they all have all 4 parts or something like that. So, okay. So the delivery email's done. And now here we go. Everything's ready and we're going to hit publish. Well, let's just take a look at these. So now we have a sales page and it's live. Yay. Or a landing page because I had it set to free. Delivery page. This is back to the PDF like I showed you at the beginning. And then when I hit publish, when you do this for the first time, it's going to immediately take you over to copy packs because once you've made your thing, now you need to promote your thing. And we're going to do a lot more on copy packs and things you can do with it after next Monday when we do. So next Monday, part 4, the Monday after that, we're going to start diving more into copy packs. Because the reality is, Pagewheel, has these 2 sides. Once you should always make more offers and make more landing pages, but you shouldn't be spending all of your time making things and not getting them out in the world. You need to get them out in the world and get them promoting, especially if you're new. Don't be shy about it. You got to put stuff out there. Otherwise, what are we doing, right? Okay, so this was the sales page. Let me just close that out. You can always click on the Pagewheel logo to get back to your dashboard. And then once you're here, you can see that these are gold now. They would, if I hadn't published the website, it'd be gray. But I don't have to click on here to go through the whole editor process all the way to the end to get my links. There's just a handy dandy, here's your links. So when that person does ask you for something, the PDF, or you can give them the link to the delivery page if you're like, here, download it yourself. You can do that however you want, but they're all accessible from your dashboard. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about that? Whoop. Please stand by while I not answer the call from my husband right in the middle of live office hours, because that's fun, right? Okay, so that's the process.
That's a valid thing. They can't help but call right at the wrong time.
He totally knew I was doing this. It's just every week at the same time. And I told him on the way out the door, but that's cool. So now we're just going to go into, for those of you who are service providers, if you want to take a quick look at this proposal, basically it's just a boilerplate for you. So you can fill in your information, kind of sum up. This is assuming that you've done those first couple steps of you had the consultation with the client, you've done all your pricing, and now you're putting all that together to give them a proposal. So there's a summary of just reminding them because they're super busy and stressed out and everything else. So at the beginning, you want to just thank them for their time and be encouraging, and because you're a person they're going to be working with closely, you want to be the person that they want to work closely with. Um, and they're trusting you with their baby. So you want to make sure that you sound like that you remember the conversation and what you're going to do. It's really important. Just treat them like you want to be treated. It's kind of easy. So here's just where you can put in that information. Um, if there's anything they didn't talk about, but you think needs to be included here, you can put in, right, like if you didn't talk about timelines specifically, maybe they just didn't know, you can always put suggestions in, and that shows them that you continue to think about it and are trying to give them the best plan possible. And you can give them, if there's additional things they have to purchase along with the services, like email service provider, right? The other tools that they might need for you to do the things, either they need to get them, or it may be that you need access to them, right? You could just remind them, hey, you said you had this tool. We'll need to be sure to include giving us access to this tool during our onboarding process or something like that. So you can use it different ways. Setting expectations, like you may or may not want to include this page, but this is typical. It's not guarantees, but especially if you're working with beginners, some of these things can be very eye-opening for them because I compare it to, like when you're going through school, 90% is an A, not 4%. So sometimes those numbers can just be startling to them when you're like, hey, that's freaking awesome. We did 5%. Because we blew the expectations out of the water and they're just like 5%. That's still 65% away from a C, right? So you just want to make sure if it's appropriate. And this is a boilerplate, so you can obviously take out anything you don't want to use. I just wanted to put a lot of stuff in there for you to choose from.
What does boilerplate mean? Sorry for the dumb question.
Oh, sorry, template. It means so template where it has these spaces for you to fit. You can't just use it as is. You have to fill in these spaces to customize them, right? Like this.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, old word. It's a template. Okay, so, and then here is just a list of common services that you can use, that you can provide using Pagewheel as the tool. So I just structured it that way, and that way you can just take out anything you don't want. Or again, if you're providing some other kind of service, the general structure of this proposal still works, right? Whatever your services you list them and give bullet point level details. And at this point, since it's a proposal, you are narrowing it down to what you're offering to provide for them. They may have a massive project and you're like, hey, I don't do design work, I just do something else, or I'm a social media manager. And you're doing just that one corner of supporting them in their overall business goal. So it's just a whatever applies. And people have I just want to mention, people have entire service businesses around any one of these things. So don't feel pressured to like, oh, I have to offer everything and I'm not familiar with some of this stuff. It's like, if you're just starting out, pick one and become the master of it.
I think one thing people need to step back for 5 minutes and literally close their eyes and say, what do I want to do? Because I had the opportunity for like $1,000 a month. Somebody wanted me to do this, this, this. And I had the proposal ready. We signed it like we were about to go. And I made them commit for 6 months. And they drug their feet a little bit, long enough for me to go, wait, I don't want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was able to just step back and be like, you know what? I'm selling you access to this tool.
Mm-hmm.
I will teach you how to use this tool and plug you in to the places where you can get the information that you need. And of course, any of the resources I have, you can have access to. That's part of your membership.
Yeah.
But it is overwhelming to feel like, oh my gosh, Pagewheel can do all this stuff, therefore I'm supposed to offer all this stuff.
Yeah. And that's a great story of just the journey, right? That is being an entrepreneur. It's like you didn't know that until you were right in the middle of that, you know? And people, it's like that can be helpful for some people and it can be not helpful for people who are in the position of, I don't know, I don't know what I want to do. And oh, there's so many things. So it's like it, start somewhere, right? I started with the one thing. I started with copywriting and then it turned into all kinds of other things. And
Yeah.
everybody's journey is different. And that's really the point, right?
Oh
Is it's
yeah, because
okay.
what I'm offering now is nothing close to what I thought I was going to offer
Mhm.
5 months ago.
Yeah. And you could have said no to that person. You could have subcontracted it to someone. And, it's like there were choices of what to do with that. And it all just depends on what's going on. Really, our lives drive our business decisions, right? Because we have stuff going on. And there's no wrong answer. That's really the important thing. There's no
Yeah,
wrong
that's
answer.
what I need to do right now is
Yeah,
get some stuff streamlined so that I can focus on other things.
Yep. Okay, so those are some of the services that you can provide or you can put in your own. Here's the a la carte pricing sheet if you want to do things like that, unless you're I mean, everybody prices differently, right? If you have packages, whatever, but somewhere you need to have your pricing in this proposal. Um, and then now, so you're saying, here's all the things that we talked about. Here's the things you need. Here's what I can provide. Here's how much it costs. Here's the next steps so we can get started, right? So here's the timeline. Here's the overall, because this was the line item, right? And then this is the overall project. Um, and then this is kind of kind of moving into onboarding of, hey, here's how I work, here's whatever it was and we talked about this in client onboarding. It's in that form. You'll know what that
Hey,
means.
Judy, Judy, can you mute?
I don't see who that is. Sorry.
She's got it.
Okay, cool. Thank you. All right. And then you're just wrapping it up. And that's your proposal. So I hope that's helpful. I will be, that's what it looks like. That's what's in this product. As usual, I'm going to go back through here and actually do my reading through and editing of the share funnel. And so how this goes is I will take a recording of this workshop. It becomes a YouTube video. The video also gets embedded. I will create a knowledge-based post in our learn.pagewheel.com blog. It'll have the video, it'll have the share funnel links, it'll have all this stuff for you guys. And then just because you're here, hold on. Just because you're here, you get the link right now. But if you want the share funnel, you gotta wait a few days for me to get through that. Okay. And Christina, hey, Christina, now I'm looking at the chat. Here it is. Okay, does anybody have any questions about that process? Need help with their own thing? Nope. April?
I do. I need help with my own thing, but I don't want to take up everybody else's. If you want to like keep going and then I'll
Okay. No, that was it. It just, wow, that went way faster. The last couple times I was running over time. So I was trying to go faster this time. And now we have time for Q&A and that kind of thing. But anyway, just to wrap that up, we made it, we published it. Now it needs to be promoted. And you got to do that stuff. Sometimes for beginners, that can be the hardest stuff. And for creative types, it's fun to go down the rabbit holes of making tons of things, but you need to get them out in the world. People need your help. You need to put that stuff out there. So, okay, April, do you want to share your screen? Let's see if we can work through this and see what's going on. Oop, every time. Okay. And while that is coming up, guys, I just want to remind you, it's like we have the little chat box in Pagewheel where you can get help from customer support Monday through Friday. It's usually Holly or Rachel. Um, you can always email us and you can come to these office hours. We have this, we have, there's also Feature Fridays at 9 o'clock where you're also welcome to ask questions if you're stuck on something.
Okay, so this is my 2 levels, basic or VIP. I changed this. I think
That
I've
cover
got
is so
it.
cute, April.
I think I've got it. But I'm just really, really stuck on some little things. I like this, like this, like this. Let's see. Oh, that didn't hold. Dadgummit. Okay, here's this. Let's just start here. I
Okay.
I did an AI image generator for this, but
Okay.
usually, like if I always use my headshot, and that always works great. So let
Hmm.
me show you what usually happens when I do this. I put my headshot here, and then, it it usually goes with it sizes it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not doing anything. And so then I did the AI image generator and I put social media icons
Okay.
in a funnel.
Don't hit generate yet. Just because
Oh,
that's okay.
sorry.
Now I know that they've
Okay. Now what?
been, yeah, I know that there's been bugs in the image editing part
Yeah. Oh,
that they're still working on.
yeah.
Put your let's just try. So this is a hack, this until they get the bugs going, because what you're showing me is not how it should be working.
Okay.
Or actually, no, it is. No, this was like what we were showing with Nikki, where it's trying to be too helpful and it's blowing up the picture and it's not jibing that with the thing. So put your description in, but don't hit generate. Let's see if I've never done this before, but let's see if it works.
Okay.
Okay, now do space and the letter, do a hyphen.
Oh,
Nope, not an underscore, a hyphen. Yep. And the letters AR, this is for aspect ratio, and then space 3:4. Because it said it's expecting an image that's 600 by 800. That aspect ratio is 3:4. It's the same thing. So hit generate and let's see if, oh wait, I'm sorry. Oops. Sorry. It should have been 2 hyphens before the AR. So we may have to do it
oh,
again. I'm
let's see if
sorry.
it let me stop.
We're just gonna make 5,000 funnel pictures for you. Oh, that was super cute too. Yeah. I hope you're downloading these, April, and saving them.
I did download it. Okay.
Okay,
So hyphen hyphen AR or any spaces anywhere.
that's correct. No space between the 2
All
hyphens.
right, let's try
Let's
that.
see what happens.
But we wouldn't know this, right? Like,
No, this is like I said, so yeah, for everyone else, it's like right now there are known bugs with the image editor and they're currently working on them.
that's
So I'm
cool.
just trying to, okay. So it's not, okay, it doesn't recognize that command. So do social media icons in a funnel and then we're just going to try plain language of make the, okay, in a funnel, period, make the image 600 by 800 pixels or aspect ratio of 3:4.
Generate.
Yep. So try that. If that doesn't work, what we're going to do is go to Canva. So we're going to have to go to Canva. It's just making square images. We couldn't override it. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, we're going to go to Canva and create.
Can I just take this off? Can I just take the image off?
You can.
I'm just,
Yeah.
I just want to get this done. Like, I'm
Yeah.
less concerned now about
Okay.
what
But
it
just
looks like.
for anybody else watching, it's like go to Canva, make a design that's 600 by 800 pixels, and put your image in there, right?
Right.
And so,
Yeah.
and then it'll fit.
Okay. There's not a refresh the section where it's no picture, is there?
No. But you can go to the remember you can add a section. We have text only sections. So you can add a section, make it text only, and just
Yeah.
not have
Okay.
image in it.
All right. My brain is just like, I need this off my plate and I need to
Yeah.
release it and start
So you'd
promoting.
either make it a text section without an image, or
Okay.
see if one of the other image sections will
Copy.
accept the square picture better, or the layout of the
Okay. Refresh. Oh, hold on. Oh,
or do that.
okay. That's better. Is that okay for now, or does it look dumb that these two pictures are on top of each other?
Oh, it looks fine.
All right. Okay. So there's that part. This, these three things I had changed. I've got them copy pasted somewhere else. I can go back and grab them, but these did not hold right here. I had these three things saying something else and they did not, when I clicked, looks good next. Okay. I'm going to keep working on this then after we're
Okay.
done. And if I could put it in maybe the Pagewheel group and you guys test my links for me or something,
Mhm.
um, I just you can you can hear in my voice, I'm just like, this needs to be done. So yes, I would KJ.
It's true. It's true.
Well, whew, the smiles had some had some dings this week. So okay.
Hang
Thank
in
you.
there. Yep. Hang in there. And just like I said, hit us up in customer support if you still need help, April.
Okay, yeah, this is gonna be done today. I'm not going to bed till it's done.
Do it. I've done that to myself and been up all night and crying because I was being so mean to myself and not getting something published.
Yeah, I know. I've got a headache and I did eat this morning, but I'm like, I gotta get this done. Like, it just has to be done because I kept saying I'm gonna run some ads, I'm gonna like fill up all my seats and I've just been playing with it and not really actually, like you said just earlier, it almost sounded like, oh my gosh, she's talking to me. I've made a bunch of things and then they're sitting in my products. They're just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Doing what? Not making me money.
Right. Yep.
Anyway,
Okay,
okay.
one thing at a time. One thing at a time.
Right, that's what I said. One thing at a time. So this one page that feeds to the other two pages are made. The VIP and the basic are made. Um, I just need to get this one landing page made and I thought I had it and then I had copied it from Cynthia and used hers as a base. Well, then that just screwed up everything because then it kept saying show up and share. I'm like, how do I get that off?
Oh, yeah. I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's the other thing real quick. So at the end of it, all right, let's just say we're done. Looks good next. I'll fix this. Looks good next. Okay. Where did this picture come from?
So these are like the meta is when it comes up in search, or if you're sharing a post on Facebook with the link, this is what will show. So see the little arrows up there, the little circle arrows? This is just, yeah. You can pick a different image to go there.
Oh, that's better. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I was like, where did that come from? And I wasn't sure where it got those words from.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can edit them for one thing, right?
Okay. All right, that's better. So when I click looks good next, it's going to hold it at monthly memberships and then this
Hmm.
back here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Print this handout. There is no handout.
Yeah. So just edit that out.
Oh, okay.
Because this
Oh,
is, this, it doesn't necessarily know you're making a membership. It thinks digital product all the way along. So you just have to go in here and edit it
okay.
accordingly.
All right. I'll go fix that later.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, Lord have mercy.
You got this.
Okay.
You got
Now I
this.
got to go in. I got to figure out how to go into my website and change because it goes aprilbrum.com/memberships. I have to go figure out how to change that redirect, which I don't know how to do.
Pauline is a master of that. I don't
I
know.
know, but I'm not gonna bother her.
Well, just saying.
Oh,
It's
somebody will.
okay.
I
Well, it's
can
also
Google it.
okay. Where's your website? Who's hosting your website?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's. I mean, I have it. Um, SiteGround, maybe.
Okay. I just want to say, especially in this state of mind, right? It's like we all know we can Google stuff, but don't forget, you can call customers. I've called customer support and said, listen, it's like, don't judge me. I just want you to hold my hand and walk me through this. It's like, I don't have to explain myself. And they were so nice and they just did, right?
Okay.
There are people out there whose whole job is to help you with this.
Okay,
So
that's true.
don't forget to ask them.
Yes, it's WordPress, Hillary. I think. I think it is.
Yeah. Well, but wait.
I don't know what that means, Hillary.
Oh, that's a WordPress plugin.
Oh, okay. Um, I do have somebody I can text really quick and get her to just run in there and fix it.
Yay, do that. People like to help people. It makes them give her an opportunity to feel good about helping somebody.
There you go.
Yay.
Okay. Sorry, y'all.
Okay.
I'm all
No,
over the place today.
it helps everybody. Okay. Anybody have any questions about anything? No? Need any
Oh,
help?
but if somebody doesn't see me release this today, I'll give you my home address to come over here and make
I
this
already know
happen.
where you live. I'll come down.
Yay. Okay. All right,
April,
guys. Well, we've been
I'm
over time the
closer.
last couple times. We'll just call it done and move on with a wonderful week.
Yeah, Stephanie could actually
I
show
was
up
gonna say,
legit.
yep. I was gonna say I'm closer, so if I don't see you, I'll see you in the morning.
That's right. You come by, girl.
Get her, Stephanie. Get her.
I'll get your bed ready.
Okay.
All right, guys. So I'll get the blog post out with the video and links later this week, and then next week we're gonna do how to wow your client with your deliverables.
Mm-mm.
All
Sounds
right.
great.
Great.
Thanks, Janine.
You're welcome. Have a great week.
Yay.
Bye.